Okay, everyone. I'm here to start a brand new video series, Revisiting the Rumble, where I will re-review every Royal Rumble from 1988 till 2014. Or, well, till 2015. And what a better way to start than the first Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble 1988. Took place January the 24th, 1988 from the Coliseum in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. This is the only Royal Rumble that is not a pay-per-view, and it's the only Royal Rumble that is not a 30-man Royal Rumble, as it's a 20-man Royal Rumble. There are 4 actual matches on this show and 2 segments on this show. The segments are not going to do anything to the show rating, but I might talk about them if I feel inclined to. So we open up with what is by far the match of the night. Ricky Steamboat challenging versus Ravishing Rick Rude. This is what you would expect from these two guys. Very good match. Steamboat wins by DQ when he's going for the crossbody. Rude pushes him, pushes the referee into him, and it makes Steamboat hit the referee. So Steamboat wins. 4-star match here. Very good match of the show. So here's one of the segments is next, and this is a segment that I really I'll touch on this. This is the, most notorious segment probably of this show I'm talking about. And it's basically this. It's Dino Bravo trying to set a world bench press record. This is boring. Now, I'm sure there's people out there who find bench pressing fun to watch. I'm not one of those. I find it quite boring. And since it's by Dino Bravo, who I don't have any time for at all ever, unless he's in a match, which here he's not, I don't want to talk about this anymore. So, it was stupid then. It would probably be stupid now. So our second match is a 2 out of 3 falls tag match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Yes, they had one at a time. Yes, they had one here. It's the Glamour Girls of Jimmy Hart versus the Jumping Bomb Angels. I know I'm not going to pronounce their names because they're from Japan and I would butcher them. This is a 2 out of 3 falls match, like I said. It's a decent 2 out of 3 falls match. The Glamour Girls win the first fall. Jumping Bomb Angels win the second. And as usual, they go to a third fall. Jumping Bomb Angels win a third fall, win the tag titles. Even though the Jumping Bomb Angel that pins Judy Martin lifts her one shoulder completely off the mat, and you can see it. Which, as Ventura points out, that the referee should not have made the count, which he probably shouldn't, as both shoulders were not down. It was probably a way to continue the feud, but the WWE defunct the women's tag titles right after this show. So, what you gonna do? This is a 1.5 star match. Nothing really special. So, the next segment of the two is the contract signing between Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant for their WWE Championship match on February the 5th, which was a Friday, 1988. The match that is most famous for the twin referee scandal, in which Andre the Giant won the championship when Hulk Hogan clearly had his shoulder up and then he gave the title to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. That led to the WrestleMania 4 Championship Tournament, but I went over that in my WrestleMania 4 review. And this is where the traditional contract signing shenanigans happened. Because Andre takes Hogan's head and he rams it into the table, then flips the table, and all that. The traditional stuff that happens now in a contract signing. All started with this. Now, interesting, this was for a match that would air on a Friday when the main event was normally on a Saturday. So, interesting about that. Like I said, the segments do not reflect anything in this show. The show's rating is purely from its match quality. So then we get the very first ever Royal Rumble match. The 1988 Royal Rumble match has started it all. 2 guys, of course. Do I need to go over the rules of the Royal Rumble here? But for those of you who may not know, 2 guys start at this time with every 2 minutes, another superstar entered the ring until all the competitors had entered the ring. You are eliminated by going over the top rope and both feet hitting the floor, even though at this time they never emphasized that. That was not emphasized until 1996, specifically. And in this case, number 1 is Bret the Hitman Hart, number 2 is Tito Santana. And it's a traditional Royal Rumble match. You know, Butch Reed's 3, Jim Neidhart's 4, Jake Roberts is 5, eliminates Butch Reed, yada, etc., etc. The traditional stuff you've seen, a lot of Rumbles took place here. The one-man gang had the most eliminations in this Royal Rumble, 6? And Bret the Hitman Hart was the endurance record at, I believe it is 25 minutes. And all that. The final 4 in this Royal Rumble are Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the one-man gang, Dino Bravo, who was probably Swiss cheese now thanks to the Russian Mafia, but that's only if you know the backstory behind Dino Bravo's death, and the one-man gang. So, Muraco is eliminated first by the gang and Bravo, then the gang accidentally eliminates Bravo, and then Duggan pulls the rope down and it eliminates the one-man gang. 2-star match, not a bad match, not a bad Rumble, but again, it's hard to rate the 88 Rumble because it's so different than the other 20-plus Rumbles in existence. So for what it is, the 2-star Royal Rumble, as it started the tradition. So then we get a 2 out of 3 falls match that doesn't really need to be on this show, as it doesn't serve any purpose, as it's the Young Stallions versus the Islanders. Now, if this was the Islanders versus the British Bulldogs, it might actually serve a purpose, as there was a rivalry going on there between those two teams. But with the Islanders and the Young Stallions, it serves no purpose for this to even be here, nor does it serve a purpose for it to be a 2 out of 3 falls match. Needless to say, the Islanders win 2 straight. That's 1 falls by count and 1 falls by submission because they work over Paul Roma's knee. And then they basically wrap up the show. So, all in all, and the 2 out of 3 falls match for the Young Stallions and the Islanders is 1 star. So we have an 8.5 out of a possible 20 stars. So that's a C-, but a very, very high C-. It's only 1.5 stars away from being a C show. So, yeah. That's the revisit of the 1988 Royal Rumble. I'll be doing one of these. I'm going to try to do one of these every day, minus Tuesday and Sunday. So, because those are 2 days I don't normally upload. So, the next review will be the revisit of the 1989 Royal Rumble, which is the start of the pay-per-view tradition of the Royal Rumble. So, this will also be in a playlist called Revisiting the Rumble. I am doing this to build myself up for the 2016 Royal Rumble. So, if you like the video, like button is down there, subscribe button is down there, and thank you for watching. Bye.